Woking Borough. This is Radio Woking.
This is Radio Woking, and I'm Keith Woodhouse. So we have now gone live on Facebook, so you can see us in our technicolor glory. And makeup, as you can see, has been wasted on me because Shelley here took all the time. See,
I stole everybody else.
I'll tell you what, she's freezing cold and she's got blue lips.
Yep.
So it's. She said to me, "Feel how cold I am," and believe me, she is cold. But let me get them to introduce themselves. From left to right, we have. You're the left.
Shelley. I'm on
Brad.
the right.
And David.
Right, and this is the second time you've been on the show and not been able to play live.
Yeah. The first time was kind of mechanical failure, so nobody's fault really. But this time, no engineer to make the sound. So
They heard that we were going to be on and ran away.
So it's one
apparently.
thing after another. It is a situation that I am desperately working on. So if there are any engineers this side of Paris who would like to come and help us out on Radio Woking, we will be eternally grateful. Eternally grateful. So what have you been up to since I last saw you?
We have been doing the odd gig, writing a few new songs, getting a new bass player.
Yes.
Because last time we had Stitch when we were here, and we've lost Stitch and found Brad. So,
Right, okay.
So, yeah.
I think that's about our seventh bass player now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You do get through bass players, though,
He's
don't you?
sticking around by the looks of things.
Yeah.
We're making him.
I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Well,
Can't escape.
That's it. You can't get out. So it's like one of those labyrinth things, isn't it? Unless you drop pebbles and come out, you're going to be stuck in there for the rest of your life. I used to read these Greek epic poems and things like that. What a sad life I had. Well, actually, I read the title and thought, nah. But it sounds good, doesn't it? All these odysseys, Jason and the Argonauts and things like that. But we'll play a track from you. The first track that I've got is In My Head.
Yep.
Yeah? Have you got anything to say about this song? If not,
Shall
forever
write it.
hold your peace,
Yeah.
like, as it were.
And,
No good standing over there, Shelley, is
sorry,
it? Everybody lip reading.
Sorry, I normally do the singing. They don't let me talk often. So yeah, no. In My Head was just written about basically all the feelings and emotions that just get stuck in your head, and you just need an outlet for it. And yeah, I think I was a bit angry at the time, so I was just sort
it
of
sounds it.
penning
not,
out.
Not like you.
Because I get voices in my head a lot.
Indeed.
Yeah. I think I'll play the song before I get carted off.
How can I say what's on my mind? For when I try, I only find confusion reigns and takes over. I hate it now, but always lighter.
In My Head from Amethyst Kyss. And speaking of head, you know, right, now this is a true story. In North Korea, you can only have one of 15 styles of haircut.
Yes.
So that's 15 for men and 15 for women.
Yep.
Right? And you can't alter, deviate, or do anything different. Right? So it must be easy being a barber. Right? You just go in, learn that one. Righto, John. Do-do-do. And you know, none of them look like the leader's haircut.
Are
Right?
they not allowed to copy that one?
No, they can't copy that one. They have them all. Right? And I did see a picture of them, and they didn't look that different to me, really. But, yeah, so that's got to be one of the easiest jobs in the world is a barber in Pyongyang.
Especially if
I hope I pronounced that right. Wasn't that impressive?
Sounded good.
Yeah. So, I must say that I've impressed myself there, right? Till we find out it's completely wrong, and that's something on a Chinese menu.
It's number 76, isn't it?
At number 76, you see, yeah.
No, there's only 15 options.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 50. Yeah, that's right. I'll have a bit of a mix, please. I'll have a number 3 on that side and a number 15 over there, please. Thank you. I wonder if you could do that.
Mixing it
Yeah,
up a bit dangerous.
yeah. Mix
Bit
it up.
radical.
Yeah,
That,
that's right. But it is strange, to say the least, that you've only got a choice of 15 haircuts. Right, well, I'm going to go forward to that. Well, I mean, what would they do with me? I stroll in, I'll go, I'll have a number 7, please. And they'll have my eyebrows.
I was going to say, your eyebrows could go.
Right, yeah,
Locked
and
up
away
there.
they go.
No, they glue on the offcuts from someone else.
Yeah. So that was it. Right, if you knew what was happening, you were a better man than me, Gungadin, because we started off with South Town, which is what I should be playing now, called Is God Shining Down? And then we had Caesarea waving goodbye, and unfortunately I've had to drop out Yo Massey and La Doo-Da-Dee-Da at the moment. We might come back to him a bit later, so as I get back on track. But as usual, I've been going around Facebook begging people for songs to play on the show. And a fella from Essex, he's sent me a song. It's absolutely tremendous. A fella goes under the name of Wolf Sunday. And his track is called The Barstool Brawler's Son. Right, and I thought, oh, yeah. Because a great band down in Brighton, Barstool Preachers. Don't know if you
Yeah.
know them. Yeah, great band they are. I've seen them a couple of times. Anyway, this is Wolf Sunday and the Barstool Brawler's Son. This is all going wrong, I tell you. That is not the Barstool Brawler's Son.
This is part of the course.
It is, isn't it? This is terrible.
We've seen you before.
What's happening here? Oh, you know what? I can't find it. This is the curse, this is. Right, let me start that all over again. This is a band called The Rileys
Yay!
Okay.
and a track called Time Will Pass. I'm really sorry about that. I'm going to have to see what's going on here. My stick is going mad.
Ooh,
The Rileys and Time Will Pass. Now, it's not only me who's having an epic foul here. We've just suddenly realised that Amethyst Kyss have gone to all the trouble of making up these signs that they can hold up, but unfortunately they come out back the front, don't they, on Facebook? So that's it is not just me. But I'm going to see. I'm just going to go through and have a look and see if I can find where we are. Oh look, I've got an error message already. Oh yeah, this has all fallen apart. I tell you.
You need a new stick.
Big time. Yeah, it's
To beat him with.
Yeah, to hit the equipment with.
yeah. This is pretty bad, really.
Looks like we're going to be
Yeah.
performing a cappella, guys.
I'm going to send this back. I've had this stick 15 years and it's not working. You can have it back. Right. What song's
Tablet you
this?
can get for that.
That's the Rileys.
We got
Right,
them.
okay. Right, so we like the Rileys.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have found some stories about things that have gone missing, or people that have gone missing, right? Now, the only one that I thought was really, really spooky was the Mary Celeste, right? Because do you know the story of the Mary
Yeah, yeah.
Celeste? Yeah, it was all the half-eaten dinners and everything, and there was no sign of everything knocked over, and they just disappeared. So yeah, but everyone knows that story. But I've got some other ones which you may not know, right? In the 16th century, bearing in mind we're talking about 16th century, right, before Concord or anything like that, more than 100 British settlers disappeared from Roanoke Island in North Carolina, right? This happened after the colony's leader, John White, left for England to get supplies. Now, how long they thought he was going to be, I don't know, right? It's not as if he was just popping down the shops, was he? He was in North Carolina in the 16th century, and he went off to get supplies.
Surprise.
He returned to find no trace of his family or the colony. Oh, what a surprise. 8 years later, he strolls up. Where's my family and the colony? Right?
Oh, your favourite chocolate
And-
bar and you're not here.
Yeah, exactly. If you brush the weevils off, it'll be lovely. And today, right, they've only just worked it out, right? It's taken them, 400 years to work this out. It is rumoured, right? They've not even got proof. It is rumoured that the settlers joined a local tribe on Hatteras Island. Right? So, what proof they've got, we don't know. Surely they could dig up some bodies and do some DNA. But what do you reckon John White did, though, when he got back with all those supplies? Do you
them
think
all
he
himself.
ate them on his own?
He was all right.
Right? He just sat on the side of the road, bemoaning the fact that there was no one there. He gets back into England, should see this colony I've set up. It's brilliant, right? Everybody loves it there. They love me, right? You could just imagine it, right? See you then, John. See it quickly. So he's gone. And they were off.
Run away.
Yeah. We're in North Carolina at the moment. Let's go to Dakota. Right? And they were gone.
Yeah, he ran out of what in his red barrel, that's what it was.
He was no more. Well, they did have barrels of stuff in those days, didn't they?
Probably
And
not
they
what
had
he
to eat
said.
limes, didn't they, to stop themselves getting scurvy.
Yeah.
Hence the name Limeys. I had to think about that one.
Yeah. Scurvies.
I was going to say scurvies.
Yeah, scurvies. Hence the name scurvies. Right, now, let me just check what we've got on here before I start telling everybody what it is. It is a band called 2 Days Too Late. Right?
Are you sure?
I am, because I've checked it on there.
That's what John What's-His-Face was
And
when he arrived
this-
back at his...
Yeah,
colony.
2 days too late. 2 decades too late, I would think. You know, it'd take years, didn't it, to get all the way round there?
8, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I made that bit up. Right, I was just embellishing the story. Right. But this is... I've lost my bit of paper now. This is 2 Days Too Late and a track called Fading In.
Yeah, the reason
2 days late and fading in. You're listening to Keith Woodhouse. This is the WOT Show on Radio Woking. My guests are Amethyst Kyss. And they spell their name Kyss. Was that a predictive text which you
That
did
was,
or something?
yeah. It was just something that went out, and it was like, oh, too late to fix
Yeah,
that now.
keep it now, yeah. EMI know us as that.
Yeah,
That's
we're not Amethyst Kyss, just so people know.
Very Dutch. Very Dutch. But I'm now running out of non-PRS songs to stay on Facebook.
Oh, we got some more for you.
So
Bring you some more.
if you've got some more,
Not on us.
Not with us.
No.
oh right, well that's
now.
yeah, that'll help. When it's going to a John White, you know? I'm just going to get another track. I thought he was going to the car.
Yeah.
Think you're going to the car and you're going to Basingstoke.
By the time he gets back, we'll be Radio Guildford.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll have another missing person instead, shall I? Right. This one's a good one. His name is either Benjamin Bathurst or Benjamin Bathurst. So, whichever way, I prefer Bathurst, right? Especially when you hear what he was like. Right. In 1809, right, the British envoy disappeared from Vienna. Bearing in mind, right, they've sent him as a diplomat, right, to Austria, one of the most powerful countries in Europe at that time, the Austro-Hungarian Empire in 1809, right? So they send out Benjamin Bathurst, and he goes missing after he's been recalled to London. His valet went to fetch him from his room. Bathurst, nowhere to be found. Right, gone. Apparently, right, now this is going to come as a shock to some people, right? The 25-year-old was mentally unstable, right, before he went missing. Right? And he believed that Napoleon had it in for him. Right? Him particularly, right? Bearing in mind, he slaughtered hundreds of thousands of people all over Europe, and Benjamin thought Napoleon had it in for him.
Personal
Right?
vendetta.
Exactly. Right. So, a few weeks later, two women found a pair of Bathurst's trousers with bullet holes in them. But there were no signs of blood, right? So, to fake his own death, to make Napoleon think, right, that he's dead, instead of taking off a shirt and shooting it through where his heart would be, he's taken off his trousers and shot him through where his legs should be, right? And the bloke's not even that ingenious to go down the butcher's, buy a bit of liver and wipe blood all over it, right? Because in those days, they didn't have CSI or anything. They would never have known it was Carl's liver blood, right? They were going, oh, no, Benjamin Bathurst blood, right? On these two bullet holes in his trousers. So he's taken off his trousers, hung them up, shot two holes in them, and then disappeared, right? But it worked because they never found him, right? And that is the amazing story of Benjamin Bathurst. Right. And then you'll be in the pub quiz on Monday,
Yep.
right? Because it's Bank Holiday Monday. You'll be sitting there, and they'll say, "What's the name?" This is for the £1,000. What's the name of the British envoy who in 1809 disappeared, but they found his trousers with two bullet holes in them?
And I'll say
Benjamin
Bathurst.
And they go, wrong.
And they'll say, no, it wasn't, because it's Bathurst. So you've got it wrong.
Yes.
I've
You've
just said
lost
Benjamin
£1,000.
Button because I'm not got a very good
Ah,
memory.
you see? That's the bloke who lived backwards, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I've never seen that film.
I
Why
haven't
didn't
actually.
they just look for a guy with his cax on and nothing
Yeah,
else?
exactly. Bloke walking down the road with two holes in his legs and no trousers on.
Perhaps I just thought it like he'd sort of just,
Yeah.
crippled himself.
But what got me is that they had to explain that he was mentally unstable. You know, it's the normal type of thing you do, isn't it? Oh, yeah, right. I need a gun. Yeah, what do you need a gun for? I'm going to shoot me trousers.
Yeah, dangerous trousers.
Yeah, put them up over there.
Put them up.
Hang them over there. I need a couple of new buttonholes. Let's have another track from Amethyst Kyss. Right. This fits in nicely. The next track's called Psycho.
It's about right.
That is very
Yeah.
right.
Is this another one you wrote?
I wrote this one.
Did you?
Yeah.
She's not really that tall, you know. You want to see how big her boots are?
Don't do it.
Look at the size of them. They're about 18 inches tall.
Censor this.
Yeah. So,
You can't do
Anyway.
upskirt shots live on,
Right.
on Keith's feed.
no, you certainly can't.
That's right.
Anyway, before I get taken off the air again, Right? I'm going to play the track. This is Amethyst Kyss and Psycho.
Okay.
I flatter you with a smile, but soon you'll run a mile. There's fear in your eyes. It's no good telling me lies. I call you on the phone when I know you're all alone. You won't know what hit you, and there's nothing you can do. You see me as I am, and I don't give a damn. Psycho! I can hunt and stalk you down, follow without a sound. It's starting to look a bit hazy. Can't you see I'm batshit crazy? You see me as I am. Oh no, but I don't give a damn. Psycho! Psycho!
Now, this is something that I've always wanted to ask a band, right? And they've never been here to ask, but you are. How comes that's still got 13 seconds to run, right? But there's nothing there.
Your stick's broken.
No, it's not my stick, I tell you. Oh,
It's David's fade out time.
It's what they call a resonant ending. It had a lot of reverb just dying on the ending.
did it really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
well, that's what I'm going to tell you anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
I wasn't the producer of it at all.
No.
No.
No. And I'm now going through to see if I can find another one of your songs. Oh, yes, I've got another one.
Yay.
Right.
Woo.
So we will be able to continue. Now, another story, right? Now, I know this story. I knew this story beforehand, right? And it is an interesting story, to say the least, right? The Norfolk Regiment. In 1915, a battalion of 267 men was protecting the French and English posts against the German in the Black Sea on the peninsula of the Dardanelles, where they were providing aid to a New Zealand Army Corps. A British contingent was watching from afar. They saw a giant cloud descend around the battalion, and when it lifted, the 267 men had disappeared.
Ooh.
Now, I know the story of this. That battalion, the Norfolk Regiment, was actually made up of the workers from the Sandringham estate, right, the King's estate. Because they weren't stupid in the First World War. What they did was they got all these local battalions together because they thought they won't leave their mates, right? They will fight to look after their mates. So they put this Norfolk Regiment together. Now, that cloud, whether that actually happened or not, right, we don't know. But they have since done archaeological digs up there, and they found that they were actually captured and executed by the enemy, and they were all slaughtered.
Ah. Ah.
So my theory
So-
of man-eating locusts. was-
Yeah, it's out the window, I'm afraid.
I was going to say UFO.
Yeah, you see, there we go.
Yeah.
That was it. So it's all gone, right?
Oh.
That is it. Because I saw there was a film with David Jason in it. Yeah, goody wood, Del Boy.
Cool. Some archaeologists
They
ruining
said-
all our stories for us.
Yeah, exactly.
with the
They
truth.
said, well, but yeah, they thought that they saw.
Yeah,
they saw it.
alternate facts.
Oh,
yeah.
while you're on, you've got some gigs to plug, haven't you?
Yeah, we have a gig to plug. Our next gig, in fact, is the 13th of May, and it's at Ready Pop in Reading, which is an awesome little venue, and it's been put on by XL Promotions, and I'm trying rapidly to remember who we're supporting, and
Find
I
it on our
can't.
Facebook.
So you can
So
find
you-
it on our Facebook. Yes, so go
That's
to.
the way
Oh, we better spell your name as well because
Yeah.
it's all back front.
Yeah.
No point in offering you any of these.
Yeah.
Because they're all pointing the wrong way.
So-
Don't
that's
go
it.
to that Facebook because it's wrong.
Put your phone in a
So
mirror.
it's, let me spell it. It's AMETHYSTKYSS. So
KY.
KY,
Like the jelly.
right? So you can just check that out there. We have another track from them,
Yay!
Asphyxiating,
Woohoo.
and then we will have to say goodbye to all our listeners on Facebook or our viewers, because our listeners will be staying. And if you want to keep on hearing us, we will be on www.radiowoking.co.uk. So you'll be able to hear the rest of the show on there. It's just that we've got to say goodbye. Oh, look, I've got Ken Dodd again. Right, Cathy Valerius. So, and of course, those of you who are watching it on delay and listening to it haven't got the faintest idea what happened there. But we will finish Facebook with another track from Amethyst Kyss, and this is Asphyxiating. Now, is there a story about this? No.
It's a song I wrote a long time ago, and I'm trying to remember.
Why?
Yeah, you'll
why?
be. Yeah, well,
Why?
tell us later.
I feel I am wasting away. You know too well that I am sinking. Is it too
noisy, isn't she? Amethyst Kyss and Asphyxiation. And if you're watching on Facebook, you can now go to www.radiowoking.co.uk and listen to the whole show there. If you are on www.radiowoking.co.uk, then stay listening. And also, if you're listening on the app, we have the Radio Woking app. And if you go to the Radio Woking page, you'll see the QR codes that you can scan to download those.
Christine here, presenter of The Motown Show. Tune in with me every